Hey there everybody, it's Trevor here with another Daclus quality review. This is part of my New Year's resolution to see every movie that comes out in my theater and give a quick little review while sitting in my car on my phone. So today I went and saw Independence Day Resurgence. This is the sequel to the 1996 movie Independence Day. So this movie is 20 years after the original. That's the same timeline as in the movie. And what happens in it is basically the aliens are coming back that are from the first one, bigger and stronger, and Earth sort of has to defend themselves from it. That's the main plot line. It's not a huge thing. I mean, there's some more plot details as it goes on that you discover, but that's the main thing. And it's a bad movie. It's a pretty bad movie. Um, I'd say if it's really bad. I mean, the writing's awful. Like, anytime anyone speaks, it's pretty bad. The direction's bad. Acting from the new guard. The old guard is alright. Like, maybe that's just some bias, but I felt they were good still. They're fine. They weren't terrible or anything. I mean, their dialogue wasn't particularly great, but it was done well enough. But the acting of the new guard was pretty bad. Maybe that's the acting, I don't know. Maybe they're just directed and the old guard can just take it better and they know what they're doing more, so they can sort of do their own thing and act well, whereas the new guard's younger and not so experienced in the movie world, and I don't know, just bad. It was pretty bad. Anytime we saw them, it was kind of bothersome. But yeah, this is a pretty bad movie. I'd say it gets better a bit in the end. We lose some of the dialogue. The dialogue's not too important. There's a little bit. We're getting some of the older guard talking a little bit here and there. But it does pick up mostly because there's just alien action stuff. And I mean, it's not all great. It's not good. But there's some decent, like, oh, that's a cool looking alien. That's a cool bit of CGI and stuff like that. I mean, in terms of picking up, it picks up because I'm trying to find something at this point, because I was so tired and so bored, just wanting to really just fall asleep watching this. It was bad. So it might just be that I was just trying to find something. So it picked up because, hey, it got a little bit better. Something's happening that's at least somewhat interesting. And then the denouement comes and it sort of dips down again. But luckily the denouement isn't very long anyway, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah, there's also some weird, like, storylines in this that we didn't need. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, some of these stories just, there's no point in having them. I guess bringing in, like, the old guard, some of them, like, I don't want to name which character, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a spoiler to tell you that one of the characters' storylines is unimportant, but yeah, one of the old guard characters sort of is just kind of there, and yeah, I don't see the point of it. There's a few of these things though. There are a lot of little storylines and stuff they throw in there, and it's a mess. It's a mess. It's all over the place. It's sort of a simplistic story. There are some cool ideas, I think, in this, but they're poorly done. It's poorly written, poorly directed. So the concepts, though, there are some decently fun stuff in there, and that's why I think it picked up a little bit in the end, is because it's like, oh, that's a cool idea, but it's not great on screen. It's like, oh, I'd like to see a good version of this, almost, you know? And the end of the movie, they want more movies in this, and to be honest, I like where it sort of ends in terms of what we could see going forward. The problem is, I don't, with Roland Emmerich specifically, I don't see a good movie, so I don't think a sequel is going to get made of this. I don't actually think it's going to make a lot of money. I was hearing terrible things about this beforehand. Unlike Warcraft, I think I was more prepared going into this one, so I wasn't as let down as I was when I saw Warcraft. So maybe that's also kind of why I didn't find it as atrocious as I've heard a bunch of people finding it, because I was already ready. I was ready for bad. I was ready for the worst. So I was like, it's not the worst. It's really bad, but it's not the worst. So it's still not good. If they do make a sequel, I don't think it will, but if they do, they're gonna have to change director for sure, and I'm not so sure about this new guard coming in, the new actors. Maybe give them another shot, but I don't know. I just don't see another movie getting made in general. I mean, this is just a bad movie. I mean, that's the thing, though, with any real movie, is if you get some good people on it, fine, make a sequel. But you just have to have good people on it. Even if the previous one sucks, it doesn't matter. Like, I'd see a Fantastic Four sequel if you got some great director or something on board with it, because, cool. I'll give it a shot. If it looks good, it looks good, and if it turns out great, great. I don't care if the other one sucked. Yeah, that is Independence Day Resurgence. It's not a good movie. Don't see it. Just don't see it. Don't see this movie. It's bad. There's so many characters too. It's just all over the place. Yeah. Ugh. Anyway, thanks for checking this out. I have a couple more movies here to watch, including Free State of Jones and another one, The Shallows. The Shallows I also have left to watch, so I'm going to see those. Apparently Free State of Jones is letting people down. I didn't have high hopes for it, to be honest, because the trailers to me didn't look great. They kept showing the same scene over and over again. I haven't heard great things about it. Better, I think, than this, though. I haven't heard as bad things about it as Independence Day. Then more people are seeing, though, Independence Day, so there's that. And then The Shallows, I haven't really heard anything in terms of quality, but I don't think it's particularly good, but I don't think I think it's the best of the three that are coming out this week. I think it's getting like the best reviews, and it's the one with like that I think a lot of people might have thought would be the dumbest one of these. Like, you'd think, okay, Independence Day, well, you'd probably think the top would be Free State of Jones in terms of sort of more of the indie style, less of the big blockbuster, but then you have the big blockbuster, that might be good, and then you have this other one. It's kind of indie, kind of just, whatever, a dumb sort of one of those movies they throw out, the horror movies that you can just kind of throw out, or thrillers, or whatever you want to call it, but I don't know, I might enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, thank you for watching my review here of Independence Day Resurgence. Check out more reviews that I have here at this channel. It's the Geek Wars, under the Geek Wars podcast channel. We also do trailer reactions for geeky trailers that come out for like TV, movies, video games, comic books, the like. We also do podcasts at Geek Wars Podcast. It's going to be a huge network. It's going to build up with multiple different stuff. So our main one is Geek Wars Podcast, where we talk about the geeky news that is coming out each week. We have one that's about Big Brother. We're going to have one coming up that's on Die Hard and sort of Die Hard-esque movies. And then we're going to see what's coming up going forward. There's going to be more. So go check those out. Geek Wars Podcast on your favorite podcatcher. You can also follow us on Twitter at Geek Wars Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Daclus. Spelling is in the title of the video. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, bye.